Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here, and this is that review video that I promised you for a long time. If you remember, I ordered a bunch of the Ausini brick guns last summer. Probably actually earlier than last summer. Maybe last winter or last spring. So I ordered several of them, and the quality has been hit or miss. Sometimes they've been okay, sometimes they've been horrible and want to fall apart in your hands. Of the second batch I bought, and that was this weapon, it was the AR-15, it was that M109 American sniper rifle, and it was also, what's it, M16, AK-47, this one, and the American sniper rifle. I did the reviews on those other sets, you can go check those out, I'll put links in the description section of the video. And when I gave a preview for this set, everybody kept saying, oh, I want to see this set, oh, that looks really cool, it looks really cool. And I kept saying, hey, it might look cool, but it has some very major problems, so don't get so excited about it. And if you wonder why it has taken so long to make this video for you, I'll tell you, because of the major problems this set has, it wouldn't stay together long enough to make this video. No, I didn't use glue, but every time I tried to transport it to the studio or do anything with it, pick it up, it would fall apart. And you're going to laugh, but even in preparation for this video, filming it right now, I spent 15-20 minutes putting it together multiple times just to get it together enough for 5, 6, 7 minutes worth of filming. That's how bad this set is. So this is Ausini set number P22803. It's the SVD sniper rifle. Someone can tell me what SVD stands for. It has 712 pieces, and I paid $54.99 for it, with free shipping. This is one of those Ausini brick guns that I ordered on Amazon, and it was shipped directly from China, and really, it arrived in less than a week, so you can't argue with that. Is this set worth getting? If you want this sniper rifle and you think it's cool, yes, get it, but buy some glue, because you're going to need to glue it together. It has problems. Now, this set has two major problems, and we'll just talk about them first off. Number one, the clutching issues, it's only on a few pieces. The clutching is not a big, horrible issue. It's not Lego quality bricks by any stretch of the imagination, but then again, Lego doesn't make a set that looks as cool either, right? So let's just say this doesn't clutch as good as it should, but it's not as bad as some of the earlier Ausini guns that if you just touched it with your finger, it would fall apart. The problem is it's a design issue. There is some big, heavy parts of this gun that's only supported with one or two tiny, tiny bricks. The scope up top, oh, it's horrible because the scope goes to the flat piece with just two little tiny bricks, so just two studs holding onto the flat piece. The flat piece, which would be your scope mount, mounts to the actual gun by these two side things, and they're only held on by two bricks with four studs each. Oh, it's a lot of weight on that. And if you can see what we did to make it sturdier, we didn't attach both of them. We allow it to flex, and it's actually working a little better. It looks goofy, but it works better by only having four studs hold it on instead of 8, because it has that flex. If you have them all there, there's some kind of tension going on there that just, it wants to pop off on its own, or if you touch it, it wants to just fall apart. Horrible. And by design, that scope mount on the side of the weapon there really interferes with that little lever for, you know, pulling the bolt back and forth. So that keeps falling off, so I didn't even put that on. That's why the gun looks slightly different here than in the picture on the box. Now there's two other very horrible problems with this gun. Up front, where you have the muzzle of the gun, you got the gas tube and the barrel, where that hooks into the main body, it's horrible, it wants to fall off. And it's sad because they tried a little harder than they have in some of the previous sets, where the previous sets you just had these bricks hooked together. At least in this, you have that little rod inside there to help hold the brick straight. So it's not bending so much. It just doesn't want to stay with where it's attached to the main gun. So it really needs a drop of glue on both those, and it will be perfectly fine. I did not put any glue on this, and I didn't want to put any glue on it because I wanted you to see exactly how this set was without glue or without any other modifications. Except, you see the yellow bricks on here? The yellow bricks on this gun is a modification I did just to hold it together long enough to film. And I made sure I use Lego bricks, but they're yellow, so you can clearly see they're not supposed to be on this set. So I could have took some brown and black and put it on here, and you'd have never known it wasn't part of the set originally. So I wanted you to clearly see, hey, this is what I had to do to keep this set going. But I didn't want to use any glue or tape or anything. Another problem with this is the magazine. This style of magazine where the bullets are supposed to be, you know, the magazine, the curved magazines, how they are designed. You got a brick on one side and a gap on the other side to give it that curve. Horrible. In previous videos, I did not put a sticker on it because I wanted you to see exactly what it looked like. In this video, I put a sticker on one side to help hold it together, and I left the other side so you could see what was going on under there. Without the sticker on one side holding this together, it wanted to fall apart. It didn't want to fall off the gun, it just wanted to flop and fall apart on itself. It's kind of neat how they make the curved magazine design, because who'd have thunk you could do it with a brick set, but it's horrible on how it stays together. This set has all the normal problems with a set like this. The trigger, you don't want to touch a trigger guard, that'll all want to fall off. But the majorest problem, I mean, worse than the barrel, worse than the scope, the worst problem is the buttstock on this weapon. The butt, the part that goes in your shoulder. Look how sturdy that is. That's why people like them. They look at it, wow, look at that gun, look at that buttstock, it looks real. It's a lot of weight, it's a lot of bricks, and it's not held on very well. You can, well, look. It wants to come apart in a couple different pieces. That very back end thing, it just won't stay together because it's only a few bricks. You got that upright thing, a little bit of weight, and it pops in from the bottom, and it's horrible. It does not want to stay together. Well, it really isn't clutching issues because you could do this exact same design with Kobe or Lego, the best bricks out there, and it's still not going to want to stay together. It's a design issue. It's not a clutching or brick issue. Granted, it doesn't help that you have a slightly lower than average brick quality with a set like this, so that's not helping the situation, but that's not the reason it wants to fall apart. And then right in the middle of the buttstock there, where you got the big heavy thing on the end, where it goes together, it wants to fall apart there, because that's only held on by two pieces. You slide it up from the bottom, and it pops on the top, and then on the bottom. Horrible. You'll see some gaps in various places on this, and could we squish them together? Maybe. The problem is, if you squish something like this together, the force you're going to use, you're going to be popping things all apart. It's a stress issue because of the set design. So you could buy this set, rebuild it completely 100% out of Lego, and you're still going to have the same problem. So they designed it, and it looks good, but they designed it, and structurally it's not sound, and it is poor that ways. It's horrible. So I recommend buying this set if you want this weapon, but you need to get some glue, and you need to glue it together, at least on the stress points. You can see the buttstock at the very end, the buttstock in the middle, the trigger stuff, the scope, multiple places, and then the barrel and gas tube in the front. Other than that, it's an impressive looking weapon. See, I got it together and we're making this video, and I can understand why everybody keeps saying, oh, I want to see that video, that's a set I want, that gun looks super, super cool. So I can see why you want it. It's impressive looking. The problem is it's not impressively designed. It's junk. It's a junk design. It's horrible. But with that said, it's a cool looking weapon. If you don't mind gluing your stuff together and making sure you put all the stickers on it. I put one sticker on the buttstock there, so you can see where the stickers are on one side and the other side doesn't have stickers on. But the stickers aren't going to be enough to hold this thing together. You're going to need some glue. I think they could have designed it a little better, where on the front where the barrel and the gas tube go in there, if the plastic rods extended into that main frame there, that would have helped take care of that. But it won't stay together. And like I said, it's not necessarily a clutching issue. It's with that much weight of that coming out there and the stress points of what's holding it together in various places, that's your problem. This is a design issue. And that's the two major problems you have with some Chinese brick sets. Well, there might be three, but the two biggest problems I see are, you get the occasional clutching issue, you have that problem, but it's a design issue. So you have clutching or brick quality issues, and then you have design issues. And then there's aesthetics. Sometimes they feel different, or they're got, blemishes or stuff like you see in a Best Lock set. This didn't have any of those. So out of 715 pieces or 712 pieces, there wasn't a piece that had a real problem with it. They all look fine. There's no weird things going on. But the design of this set is horrible. So what do you think? Have you seen this set? Did you want this set? Do you still want this set? I mean, it's cool in itself, but, it's got its problems. It needs a lot of work, and it needs a lot of glue. All right, so leave your comments in the comments section. And hey, as always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.